This is the Flouting Cloud one-man tent, and it's from a company called 3FULGEAR, and it's a freestanding tent, and it's what I do pretty much all my adventures with at the moment. I've spent over 100 nights wild camping in this tent and I love it, and in this video I'm going to tell you why. And little disclaimer, this isn't a promoted video. I bought this tent about 2 years ago now and I've been using it ever since, and I just think it's a really great tent. So let's start by putting up the tent, which is very easy. Let's get everything out. So we just have an inner, an outer, tent pole, tent pegs. Okay, so the inner's up now, and it's a very simple design. As the wind blows the tent, there's no tent pegs in it at the moment, but as you can see, it's a very simple design. You just got one pole that goes across and it goes into each of the corners, and then you have this little cross brace. What I love about this pole is you don't have to struggle to get it into the corners. I've had tents in the past, it's just, there's so much tension in the pole. It's like a mission just to get the pole into place, and it feels like the tent pole's going to snap. And I've had a tent in the past where the tent pole did snap as I was putting it up on a through hike. Luckily I had a tent repair kit and just bodged it up, but every time I put previous tents up I just thought the pole's going to snap. It feels like it's going to snap, but this pole, it feels like it's not under a lot of tension when the tent is up, and when you put the tent up and put the pole into the corners, it feels like it can easily do that, and it's not going to snap. And the poles feel very strong and very well made as well. The thing I love about freestanding tents is the fact that you can just pick up the inner and put it anywhere you want and look for a flat piece of ground. Once you've put up the inner, you can actually just sleep in it like this, and you can just look up at the stars. It's not very private, people can just see in, but if you're somewhere really warm and private, it is definitely an option to just sleep in the tent as it is. I've spent a few nights in the tent like this, and it is very special, and it's nice to have the option to be able to spend the night under the stars and be able to see out. And it feels like you're sleeping just outside, but you don't get all the creepy crawlies all over you because you have a nice net to protect you. So next we'll just put the rain cover on. Hello. Okay, that's the rain cover on, and you can tighten it up on each of the corners. So the tent is up now, so let's get in. It's quite a spacious tent, I think, for a one-man, if I can open it, for a one-man tent. Ooh. So I'm 6'3", and I can just completely lay down in this tent, and there's still a few... Right, this isn't going to work, is it? As I was saying, I'm 6'3", and I can completely stretch out, and there's a few inches either side, so there's quite a lot of room. And what I love about this tent is it's just headroom. You can just sit up in your tent. I've had tents in the past, they've been quite low profile, and it's just not fun getting in your tent, crawling in your tent and not being able to sit up, and especially if it's like raining and you've got to chill in your tent for a few hours or for a morning. You can't sit up, it's pretty awful. So I love the headroom of this tent. I think pretty much all freestanding tents you'll have headroom, and you have a nice little porch area for your backpack. And I normally just put my backpack here and my shoes, and you actually have this other little porch area which is accessed through this little hatch. I don't really use this space for anything. I normally just put my hiking poles here, but you could cook, you could put your shoes there, you could put another bag there. You can access it with this hatch. So it's definitely a usable space. Okay, these two are fighting, so and it's really hot today, so I'm gonna get out the tent now. Another good feature of this tent, and again, I think this is on most freestanding tents where you can tie back both the doors. You just get this nice open area. You can open it up, and then if you've got a nice view, if you're on a cliff top or in the mountains, you can experience and view it as well. And you can sleep with the doors open, which I have done for a couple of nights as well. And it just means you're sort of more connected to nature, you're more connected to the outside world. There's nothing worse than getting in a tent, closing it all up, and you just can't see outside, which I really don't like. So you can tie the door to the fly net up as well and just have it completely open. And another thing I love about this tent is the weight. It's just under 1.4 kilograms. It's not the lightest tent on the market, but I think for the price, I paid £140 for it. It's about £150 now, but I bought it a couple of years ago. And I think for the price, it's good value for money. And there are tents on the market that are £600+ and they are a little bit lighter, but that's just outside my price range. So I think for the weight and for the value you're getting and the tent that you're getting, I think this is a great price tent. And the company that make it, 3FULGEAR, they make the Lanshan tents as well, which is a similar tent, but it goes up with your hiking pole, so you don't have the poles, so it's a little bit lighter. But I think with them you don't really get the headroom. I'd prefer the headroom with this. You want to get in the tent too, do you? I've had this tent in some pretty bad weather when I hiked the Hexatrek a couple of years ago through France. I was in quite a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of heavy rain, and this tent performed really well. It's got quite a high, I don't know what you call it, like the base, it comes up quite high, so there's quite a bit of an overlap between the waterproof base and the waterproof cover here. And I think it performed really well. I mean, I didn't no kisses. I didn't get wet at all. I stayed dry in some pretty big downpours, and yeah, love it in bad weather. Like all tents, when the wind gets up to about 40+ miles per hour, you kind of got to just hold the sides of the tent or you'll blow away. That's happened a few times, but unless you get a storm tent, that's going to happen with any tent, I think. I find this tent's got really good ventilation as well. The rain cover is quite high off the ground, and there's quite a big gap between the rain cover and the fly net. Like all tents, you do get some moisture on the inside, but I find this tent there's normally less than previous tents I've owned, so it's very good ventilation. And if there's a little bit of wind, you can normally just feel that coming into the tent from underneath here, and I really like that. And another good indicator for a tent, or if you know a tent's right for you, that if something happened to this tent or if I lost it, would I try a different tent or would I get this one again? And I would absolutely just get this one again. I wouldn't even try something new, which means this is definitely a good tent for my needs. Hey, it's got these really nice tent pegs as well, just aluminium, very lightweight. But of course you can just get your own tent pegs with any tent anyway, but these are really nice that come with it. And it sounds pretty trivial, but I've had tents in the past that you just can't get them back into the tent bag, so you have to get like a different dry bag. With this tent, you get a massive opening. You can just shove the outer, the inner, everything in, and just easily close it. Like, the company has actually thought about the user. And then you Velcro, and then it works just like a dry bag. Push all the air out, and there you go, just clip it up. Tent's all packed away now. Took less than 5 minutes, packs away very quickly. And again, this isn't a promoted video. I'll put a link in the description to the website. It's not an affiliated link. I just really love using this tent, and if you guys are looking for a tent for adventures or for through hiking, definitely consider the Flouting Cloud one-man freestanding tent from 3FULGEAR. It's a great little tent for the price. And let me know down in the comments what tents you guys use. I love reading your comments, and I'm interested to see if anyone else uses a Flouting Cloud one-man tent for their adventures. But for now, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.